A little over 2 years ago, we awarded the Hyundai Ioniq 5 our overall Car of the Year award, declaring it the best new model you could buy in 2021. Since then, though, the market has been flooded by hugely talented EVs. While the Hyundai remains one of the best, it seems to have got lost a little in the noise.
Noise? Well, actually, we will come back to that in a moment, because this is the car that Hyundai hopes will rocket the Ioniq 5 back into the public consciousness. This is the Ioniq 5N.
Loosely based on the Kia EV6 GT, it uses the same platform as the standard Ioniq 5, but with dual motors uprated to produce 601 brake horsepower or up to 641 bhp in boost mode. That means a 0 to 62 time of 3.4 seconds and a 161 mph top speed. But it's more than just an exercise in straight line speed. Hyundai's N division says the Ioniq 5N exemplifies the sub-brand's 3 key pillars, which are, and please no sniggering at the back, corner rascal, racetrack capability, and everyday sports car. As such, there's a list of unique performance features designed specifically for the 5N. There's N battery preconditioning, for example, N brake regeneration, and an N pedal function, an N drift optimizer, N torque distribution, N launch control, and N grin boost, which gives access to that full 641 brake horsepower. There's also N active sound and N e-shift, which mimics the performance of an 8-speed dual clutch transmission. So what is this new breed of electric performance car like to drive? Well, first up, 1 or 2 caveats, because the roads out here in Korea, we've done a lot of highway driving, so lots of straight roads at steady speeds, and the stuff that we have found that's been a bit twistier, it's a bit slow. We've got a lot of traffic, there's quite a lot of speed cameras, but no matter, we'll get a full first drive in the bag when we get the car back in the UK in 2024. First things first though, this thing feels like a completely different beast to the standard car. These seats, the steering wheel, even the centre console is chunkier and lifted up to give you a more driver-focused feel. But I'm also talking in terms of noise, and I don't just mean road noise from the wider tyres. This thing has what Hyundai calls an active sound system, and it's a little bit like the setup you find in an Abarth 500e. So it's got a sound generator effectively. You've got 6 speakers inside, 2 on the outside, and it's designed to mimic the sound of a conventional petrol-powered hot hatchback. And look, if I activate it here through the infotainment system, it's not the most intuitive to do it this way. There are a few buttons on the steering wheel, which means you can adjust the various settings as you see fit. But look, if I do it here, go to Active Sound Plus, into Ignition, and can you hear that? It does sound a little bit like a raspy petrol engine. Okay, a synthesized version, but it definitely adds to the engagement. And then, if I flick on E-Shift, I've effectively got access to an automatic gearbox. You can use the paddles on the back of the steering wheel again, but look, it'll even do a little jolt on the upshift, and on the downshift, it'll rev match. Can you hear that? It's actually surprisingly engaging, and I don't know, it just adds another dimension. The base Ioniq 5 was a good car to drive to begin with. We gave it Auto Express Car of the Year a couple of years ago, as I've already mentioned, but this thing, it just feels like it's just turned up a notch, or several notches. It's really well sorted. Body control is very good, the steering is nicely weighted, there's some decent heft to it, and actually pretty good feel as well. And of course this is a quick car, but it's got loads of grip as well, so it really does feel like you can, really take advantage of all that power on offer, and it's all available in an instant. So yeah, as I say, we will give this car a proper once over and a proper Auto Express verdict when we get it back in the UK, but for now, feels pretty good to me. Of course, that's all well and good, but a car designed for the track as well as fast road driving needs to be able to perform time and time again, and at the drop of a hat. This is where Hyundai's 800-volt tech comes in handy. A big 84 kWh battery should be good for a combined 280-mile range. but the tech built in allows for effective cooling, preconditioning and ultra-rapid charging, think 10 to 80% in 18 minutes. We actually had a few runs around a track after we'd filmed our road drive. This is a car that has the potential to completely alter our perceptions of what is possible in an EV. Cycling through the different features, the car felt alive. The adjustability from all the settings mean you can tweak it so it's just right. Front, rear or all-wheel drive, auto, manual, physical brakes or regen, sound or no sound. With everything just so, after 5 minutes you genuinely forget that you're driving an electric car.
Hyundai reckons that we're going to see people trading up from the i20N or the i30N, as well as potentially people trading down from bigger, more expensive ICE and EV cars, potentially like the Porsche Taycan. And on this evidence, we can well believe it. This thing's got a fantastic chassis, it's got a strong powertrain, but most of all, it offers engagement, it offers a level of feedback that has otherwise been missing on EVs up until this point. Now, questions do remain about the ride comfort. We will address those when we get the car back in the UK in the not too distant future. But, well, right now, as I've said, I cannot wait to drive this thing again.